Hello, everyone. Welcome again to K Podcast. So, today we are going to be doing one of these Reddit TikTok videos and we are going to be reacting to it. And I'm going to say this particular video I saw yesterday, I actually had hope for women after watching this Reddit video. And another woman commenting on this particular video actually did give me hope because women are seeing the ish that is happening, the absolute craziness that is happening, especially when you are in your first trimester. And the man feels like at that time he's had a hold. But this is the also another advice. It could be that he could also wait until the child is born, because this is one thing with men. A lot of men will take note of that, knowing that you might leave on your first trimester, and they might take note of that and just wait before misbehaving when the child comes so that they can officially trap you into becoming a parent. Now, my other advice to women is, if you're not ready for a child, do not let anybody at all, let me say this again, convince you that you need to have a child. If that person wants a child, let them go look for somebody that wants a child also. But do not put yourself in a place where you have to please others. And at the end of the day, if it turns around and backfires, you're going to be the only person taking care of that child, and you're going to be regretting all of your life, because it was not a decision that you firmly solely made. That was not a decision that you made. And I'm gonna say this also, I'm gonna say I'm somebody that believes in this, and that's why I don't have children all around, like having three, four, five kids. See, now, like, I have sometimes pressure, I get pressure sometimes from my own parents, like, oh, you cannot have just that child, you should have more children. And I'm like, no. My the child that I have, I actually, although I have another child that is not from me, I actually did really want my child, so that's why I had her. But I'm not somebody that wants many kids, you get me? So this particular Reddit story goes this way with, this couple, the husband going and cheating, and I think the wife was on the first trimester era, and she finds out and she left. But how she left was most satisfying, because she know that this is a man that wants to trap her. So we're going to be reacting to this video because there is something that is really messed up when you marry somebody and your partner does not want to have a child, and yet you literally impose having a child on your partner all the time. You put pressure on that person. Finally subside and agree and say, okay, since you want a child so much, let's have a child. And then you go ahead and cheat on your spouse. That I don't understand how some people, because, can do this, because this mostly, not all men do this, but a lot of men that do not have self-restraint, that feel like, oh, now you're pregnant, you cannot go, you cannot do anything. So this video over here, actually, I'm gonna say, I had a lot of satisfaction listening to this Reddit post. So I'm gonna play this video and I'm gonna be giving you guys my commentary as we go, as usual.
That I, 30 male, cheat. Wife, 30 female, got an abortion after she found out that I, 30 male, cheated. Need advice urgently. My wife, 30 female, and I, 30 male, have been together for close to 7 years.
7 years. And it was the time, let me just add this, they've been together for 7 years, and it was the time that she got pregnant that you decided to go cheat on her. I wish I could find this woman. I would buy her like something like Cash App or something, and just be like, girl, go have a nice vacation. Because this is the thing, I just came back from my own vacation, I'm very tired, but I decided, you know what, I'm gonna make this video because I want the ladies in my channel to listen to this story over here.
Wife, 30 female, and I, 30 male, have been together for close to 7 years. She is the most important thing in my life. Nope. She is slash was 4 months pregnant with our first child. These first 3 months of pregnancy have been hell. She has been extremely sick. She has had a horrible morning sickness, mood swings to a point where I had started questioning whether I married the right person.
Wow. Okay. And I don't think he's keeping tab on the pregnancy thing because he's saying 4 months. You know, some men don't really keep tab on how long it is. They just think it's that long. And I'm like, so she got pregnant after 7 years and you're starting to question yourself now. Imagine if the baby came. Imagine if they had that kid together. Wow. Okay.
So about
Because
a month
she's
ago, because she's
pregnant?
pregnant, because I knocked her up. So about a month ago, I'm 2 for 2 today on really bad stories that are going to break Sarah. I'm sorry. Okay. So about a month ago, we had a team building dinner at my office where there was plenty of alcohol.
Ooh, the alcohol excuse always gets me. Like, women drink too. A lot of us, I'm somebody that enjoys wine. I enjoy beer. So every time somebody comes with the alcohol excuse, I'm like, I don't know who you're trying to talk to. Is it that your brain is smaller or what is happening? Because it's always the alcohol excuse. Oh, there was so much alcohol. I drink too. And
After the team meeting, one of my coworkers, 32 male, invited 5 of us to his place. I got very drunk and I made the worst mistake of my life. I slept with one of my coworkers, Lucy, 28 female. I knew immediately that I had made a mistake, and so in the morning I told her that it was a mistake and that I loved my wife. Things have been quiet from that time. The relationship with my wife has gotten better. The 4th month of pregnancy has been great. She is back to the happy person she was before.
okay, first of all, I don't think you just slept with Lucy. I think he probably, the Reddit guy, probably has been imagining sleeping with Lucy for a long time. So the wife got pregnant. He thinks he can say, I'm sorry and get out of it and get away from jail free cat. He can get out of it because she's pregnant. So she's trapped and she can't do anything about it. And the fact that he's saying all of this and he never told the wife. Yeah. That is interesting.
Everything changed a lot on Tuesday this
When
week.
the Fire Nation attacked.
Yeah. When my wife asked me whether it's true that I slept with Lucy, I admitted immediately and asked who told her.
Not immediately. You kept it from her
Yeah, you
until
did
she
keep it from
found
her until
out.
she found out. Apparently, Lucy got in touch with my wife and told her everything. I tried to ask for forgiveness, but my wife basically told me that she is not interested in anything I have to say, that she needs time and not to talk to her. Yesterday, she went to work as usual, and I thought maybe she would forgive me. Today, Thursday, she works from home. When I woke up 7 a.m. to go to work, she was not at home. She had been sleeping in our spare bedroom. I got worried because she was not picking up my calls, and so I took off time today. About an hour ago, her best friend brought her home and immediately left. I tried to ask her what's wrong, and she just said that I should ask my wife, which I did. So she basically told me that she is done with our marriage. I need to look for a place to live for the next 1 year as we apply for divorce. I asked what about our child. She said that she will give me the address of the hospital she went to so that I can get it, the fetus. I tried.
Oh, girl, no. That woman, I don't know if she's around. I'm definitely gonna go back to Reddit and try to tag this story. Girl, if you got a cash app, yeah, send a girl something. I'm about to send you. At least go get yourself some champagne or something if you're doing better anyway. Because I've never said like, girl, yeah. He thought that he has trapped her. 7 years of relationship and marriage. And the time that she got pregnant was the time you start questioning yourself, first of all. If you married the right person, then all of a sudden there was a lot of alcohol. Then it was Lucy, the co-worker. And shout out to Lucy for exposing him. Shout out to Lucy. Because you didn't let this woman go blindfolded into this whole situationship without letting her know. Thank you, Lucy, for doing that. I love women that do go up, like, do tell the wives of other women what is happening, especially if it happens to you directly. I want to hear it. Tell me everything. Give me all the tea. Give me all the story. How did it happen? How did it end? So that I can decide on my own, because I know my decision is not going to go nice. So that I can decide if I want to stay with that man or not. Shout out to Lucy and shout out to the wife. These two women are great. Yes, Lucy did do wrong by going and sleeping with this man, but at least she was there to actually come out and tell the wife what he did. And then he's like, oh my God, I admit it. Yeah, but you didn't tell her what happened. And the fact that he even stated on the Reddit post that, hey, I was questioning if I married the wrong woman or the right woman, if I married the right woman because she was pregnant in her first trimester. Shout out to these two women.
Asking more questions, but she told me that she is tired and in pain and to leave her alone, that I should tell her when I plan on moving out. I feel sick. How do I solve this, please?
I don't know. You could get an abortion at 4 months.
I'm probably a good state to live in. Jesus,
Yeah,
like actually,
but I don't think you can do that here in Florida.
Probably not. Yeah,
I think it's like
I don't think it's 4 months. Probably he got the dates confused. He probably got the dates confused.
15 weeks.
Yeah. I know that I made a mistake by sleeping with my coworker.
Yeah,
but I don't think I can live without my wife. Is there?
No, I'm just gonna stop there because it is funny. He was questioning himself if he married the right woman when she got pregnant after 7 years of relationship and marriage. And now you can't live without her. No, you're trying to trap that woman. She found out that there's two different. You can definitely live without her. You're looking for somebody to trap so that you will always go back in there. And I'm gonna say this for baby mamas. Oh my God, I'm gonna say I understand it must be very difficult, especially trying to raise a child with the baby daddies. Because this is the thing. I've heard a lot of stories of women saying they feel like they're the man of the house. They come in with some, authority, thinking that they can use the child against you. I've seen it. Use emotionally play with the children, emotionally play with the child. And you know who the child is always going to blame? Oh, mom, you didn't let that come. Oh, mom, you did this to dad. That's why he left. Oh, mom, you could have just forgiven dad and you two could have stayed together. That was the card he was trying to play. He was trying to play that, oh, you know what? We have a child now. So I'm always for everlasting time. Because some people always say, oh, until the child turns 18. No, for the rest of that child's life, you are both going to be in contact. And that's one thing that they don't tell you. You're always going to be in contact.
Any way I can fix this?
No.
It hurts because I feel like she aborted the child to get back at me.
No.
She didn't want children, but I managed to convince her to get one.
What?
TLDR, my wife got an abortion when she found out I cheated. How can I fix our relationship? How do I move on from this?
She didn't even want kids, but you convinced her and then you cheated on her? I hope you burn in hell.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, she didn't want children. You convinced her after 7 years of being with this woman. You convinced her. That means you've been talking about having kids for a long time before she even agreed to this. And then once she got pregnant, you thought it was long enough, so you rolled around and talk about I got some alcohol and then talk about I was doubting myself. Those two things don't match. It sounds like one of your leg was outside. One of the man that wrote this Reddit, he had one leg out and one leg in. He was just waiting until that baby dropped. He was waiting until that baby dropped, and that woman is a very clever woman. She's a very, very clever woman. She saw it. She's like, one thing I like about the Reddit thing is that he never even talk about where they discuss about. Like the woman was like, I'm not even gonna discuss this this is undiscussable. We're not gonna talk about this. She was like, I love women with that kind of behavior. Like they don't even wait to talk to you like that. You cross that line after 7 years and you begging for a child and me getting pregnant. on my first trimester, all of a sudden you sleeping with somebody, you're gonna do worse when that child is here. She knew what was better for her. So I'm gonna bring up this other video of somebody also talking about this particular topic.
Found out that I, 30 male, cheat.
This is a woman who knows her value. Watch the whole video and you will proceed to find out that this woman, A, didn't even want children, B, he convinced her to have one, then promptly cheats on her with one of his coworkers.
And let's not forget about the self-doubt part, because we forgot in number 4. He got 1, 2, 3, and 4. The self-doubt, the fact that she was pregnant and going through all that first trimester drama. If you've been a woman that have been pregnant before, I've been pregnant, and I'm gonna say this: first trimester was the worst for me. I couldn't drink water. I mean water. I'm not even talking food. Water alone. I couldn't drink water. I would take water and just vomit it out. Go to the toilet and throw everything up. Water. I'm not talking about food. Then talk less about food. There was nothing going inside the stomach. So in the worst period, when she, because there are 2 stages to having children: the pregnancy part, and especially let's say 2 stages to being pregnant and trying to have a kid. Pregnancy side, when the first trimester is hell, then giving birth to the child. Yes, now that's when you know what's up. Then after you've gone through all of this, then having that child cry all the time for you to breastfeed that child, then you gotta wake up each time the baby cries to breastfeed that child, to feed that child all the time, every day. And let me say, the moment you start having peace, a little bit of peace as a mom, the only time you start having a little bit of peace is when that child turns 3. Let's say 3 is when you start getting a little bit of rest. And it's not even a full-time rest, because when the child starts school, kindergarten, you gotta be there. You have to be there. You gotta make breakfast, lunch, dinner, everything. You are a full-blown housewife. It doesn't matter. You're doing everything. You're doing for the kids. You're doing for the husband. You're doing for everybody. You're catering for everybody. And if you're a working class woman, you're gonna be doing that plus working. That is a very clever. She saw the nonsense and she was like, I'm not gonna be a part of this nonsense.
Wife finds out, aborts their baby. She was in the first trimester, I think. So I think she wasn't that far along, so she still had time. Luckily, she found this out in the first trimester instead of much later when it was too late for her to terminate. Like I said, this is a woman who knows her value. She agreed to something she didn't really want in the first place, and then once she finally realized she couldn't trust this man, she took care of business. Now she can go on with her life, and she never has to see this man again because she doesn't have to co-parent with someone who cheated on her. Bravo. Know your value. This is a good example of choosing yourself, knowing your worth, and not letting someone trap you into a situation that you don't want.
No, that I love that Reddit. And one thing, I'm trying to make some animation so that I can be able to make Reddit posts, because I don't want to be reading it out here. So I'm trying to make some like animation so that I can have like a page where I can like literally animate it and somebody reading out, AI reading it out, and I will be giving like opinions about the Reddit, because I'm actually working on that. But I had been on vacation the last week, and I just came back. It's not up to 3 or 4 hours. It's not up to 3 hours. I just came back and I'm exhausted. Now I'm going to say this. Thank you all for being here. Please do not forget to share, like, and subscribe. And I will see you all on the next one. Have a great day, everyone, and goodbye.